This is a question that comes up time and time again. What happens to your data after you die? Now, Google's answer is something called the Interactive Account Manager. Bear with me because it's actually a lot more interesting than it sounds. It essentially allows you to choose to have your data completely wiped from the system after you die, or you can choose to select a few people who will be what I like to call your data heirs, right? So people who will essentially inherit your data. So you have to just ask yourself, well, who would you want to have access to all your emails after you pass? And you can divide it. You can sort of say, well, I'd like my emails to go to this person, my YouTube's accounts to go to that person, and you can also specify, I'd like my data to be wiped after 6 months or after a year. And what's interesting about this is that we all have such a large digital footprint, so it's not just about, well, who's going to get my house or who's going to get my car. It's also about who's going to get my data. Definitely creepy, but I think it's something people need to think about. Don?
Some things are just better left unknown. So how does Google know if your account is inactive because you died or because you're just taking a break or a vacation?
Well, the short answer is it probably doesn't, right? So if your account isn't active for a long time, it's obviously going to trigger somewhat of a red flag. But Google says users can basically set their own timeout period. So for example, as I mentioned, 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, a year. So if it's unusual for you not to be logged into email for 3 months, I imagine for a lot of people it is, then after 3 months of not checking your emails, you'll get a notification at your other email address, then you get text messages, and if you don't respond to anything, then it's bye-bye to your data, or someone else gets access to it.